all-new talk radio station featuring sports, movies, politics, mental health, and more. Check us out at natalkradio.com and subscribe today. Buy event tickets straight from our website to help the cause and get tickets to your favorite events for less. That's natalkradio.com. Thanks for listening.
BetUS and North American Talk Radio have partnered to bring you the preferred betting platform in the United States, and you will get a deposit bonus of up to 150% if you use promo code 120Z. Take it from me, I'm a cowboy and a gambler. I wrangle my bets on BetUS, and I use the promo code 120Z to get free money. Yee-haw! That's BetUS and promo code 120Z. Now giddy up.
Oh, yeah. Tuesday, live on North American Talk Radio. It's Beck's Banner. Happy to be here. Are you? Because I am. 1 second. Sorry, I had to shake to the music. I love that music. We got sports news in the background. Oh, my Guardians decided to get it together tonight after going 1-9 in the last 10. They're up after 1 against the Rays 3-0, but it might be too little too late. How are you doing? It's a Tuesday, August 26th. We're live on the Natter, North American Talk Radio. This is Beck's Banter, Monday through Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow night will be tonight's show. Look, a beautiful Irish lass has asked me to dinner. And I'm not going to say no. So it's just the way it is. And you're going to have to deal with it because I don't turn down these kind of opportunities at my age. I mean, it's a minor miracle that, somebody this beautiful. Anyway, we're moving on. We're live on the Natter. You can listen on Simple Radio, Streama, radio.net. Radio FM we're waiting on. I don't know what the holdup is. We'll reach out to them. We'll be on TuneIn sometime in September, and you can listen on our website, natalkradio.com or .us. Eventually, you'll be able to listen to us on Facebook around the clock. We're finding more and more ways that you can listen to our great programming. Check out our website. You'll see the regular shows. We're adding a couple more personalities here in the near future. Looking forward to that. And if you want to participate in this show, now this number is just for this show. Well, that's not true. Political Party Friday nights and Counselor's Corner Saturday mornings. But if you want to call or you can text 330-800-4219 and we can get you on the show. Or you can comment live on the website. Again, natalkradio.com or .us. Thanks for tuning in. I have a fantasy football draft right after the show. So I'm hoping that I'll be ready for that because, I'm live. I'm not really prepping. So we'll see what happens. It's okay. I won it 2 years ago, and I took third last year. So I've made enough money in that league to sustain me another 10 years. And I don't think I've ever really prepped before. I play the numbers, folks. I don't know what you do. Now, we had all kinds of breaking news today. All kinds. I didn't know where to start, but being in Northeast Ohio, a lifelong Buckeyes fan, I do love Purdue too, but that's where I graduated from. It was all the rage today. It broke. The news broke. Now, I've heard a lot of people say that On3 Sports, which I think was the first to say it, sometimes is satire, sometimes makes things up. What did I say last night? People will say anything on X to get people talking and responding, retweeting, because that's how you get paid on there. So, but it sounded legit, right? It sounded legit that Ohio State would ban Dave Portnoy from Barstool Sports from being inside Ohio Stadium at the conclusion of the Texas game this Saturday at noon. And if you're new to sports, I don't know why I'm just kidding. I would imagine most sports fans could figure out why. If you don't know why, Dave is a huge Michigan fan. He talks a lot of smack, especially he was quiet. He was quiet when Ohio State went on their 7-year or whatever bender. But now that Michigan's won a few in a row, he's very outspoken, very snarky about it, a lot of trash talk. So it wasn't, the news wasn't so outlandish that you're like, oh, there's no way. I mean, a lot of people believed it. Portnoy ran with it, putting out tweets, calling them soft. All the fans. I'm going to get onto this soft thing here in a minute too. But then later in the day, well, all kinds of things were breaking. Here's I don't know what they're called. I was going to try to give them some kind of street cred. But, I mean, podcast after podcast, show after show was going live on the air and saying things like this.
And get it to the Sunday night, and Texas didn't want to do it, and the relationship with Fox, and how excited everybody is to have Portnoy coming here.
Oh boy,
that's going to be a real.
That's actually that's a real thing.
That is a real thing. There's a lot of folks at Ohio State that were not all that happy about him being hired on.
Yes, we're going to play you guys at noon every week, and we're going to bring on this Michigan guy on to do the show every week. It's incredible.
There's a legitimate conversation going about if Big Noon thinks that they're going to continue to be able to finish their show inside the Horseshoe. Dave Portnoy is not welcome in the Horseshoe, like, period. Yes. So I know that there have been conversations about that and what that's going to look like on Saturday because.
Now, I don't know who was having the conversation. I don't think they really mentioned it. This is an Ohio State live show, YouTube show. And again, who knows what it's called? I mean, they're at Rooster's Restaurant on Henderson Road. I don't know what show it is. It doesn't say on their graphic here. So everybody was talking about it. And then we had Ross Dellinger from Yahoo Sports tweet out today at 8:16. So the Portnoy news was last night after I was off the air. Sorry. Ross Dellinger from Yahoo Sports says Ohio State did not issue a ban on Dave Portnoy. Athletic director Ross Bjork tells Yahoo Sports. Bjork confirms that Fox decided Portnoy would not be on the main desk of Big Noon Kickoff, and those not on the desk do not normally appear on the field. These are Fox decisions, he emphasized. So a lot was going on today, all day. People were saying, brace yourself. People were claiming that Ohio State forced Fox to keep Dave off the desk in pregame. I don't know how much I believe of that. I mean, how much say do you think Ohio State has in how Fox, Big Noon football, Big Noon Kickoff, structures their pregame? So I would tend to believe the athletic director, who seemed caught off by all this and made a point to call national news and be like, we didn't make this decision. We didn't. Versus a guy who's been banned from NFL games, the Super Bowl, won in not a raffle, but an auction to watch a Monday Night Football game with the NFL commissioner. He said no. The NFL commissioner does not like Dave Portnoy for a lot of his antics. A guy in 2011 who posted a naked picture of Tom Brady's son and mocked people that said that's a form of child porn. This is a guy, anyway, I'm not taking a side on singular issues. I'm just saying, historically speaking, this guy is vulgar, crass, and he talks major crap against the host team. Maybe, just maybe, Fox decided we'll keep him out of the shoe. Let's suppose for a minute the Ohio State administration did decide to do that. Then you have local yokels and schmucks online calling the Ohio State football team soft. And I got in a few back and forths, some banters online, saying, I'm asking people, what are you talking about Ohio State soft? The players have nothing to do with this. They don't care who's on the field after the game. If you're referring to the flag planting, them fighting when the flag was planted, does that make them soft? Because if they just walked away, you'd call them soft. That's one of the last things I responded to somebody. If they do, they're soft. If they don't, they're soft. There was a little language in there. What did I say on Political Party Friday night? Sports makes fans stupid. And calling the Ohio State football team soft because maybe the administration said, we don't like this, we don't want this vulgar, crass guy on our field who clearly hates our university, let alone trying to predict what he'll do while he's on the field. No. If they did that, they're saying they didn't do it. But for fans to come out, oh, they're soft, and then, oh, this is the softest fan base. What does that even mean? So literally every Ohio State fan's soft. Do you think they all had some kind of decision in this? We all had a say in it. It's just what sports does to a person's brain is miraculous. And I love sport. I love all sports. I have a friend, somebody in a room full of friends playing poker. Somebody said, oh, wow, Beck, you like soccer? And the other friend said he likes all sports. I love sports, but I also recognize what it does to people's brains. It almost breaks their brains and just says dumb stuff. And everybody's acting so tough. You guys are soft. First of all, you and me aren't going to be on the field. We're not playing. And then that was another back and forth I got into. This guy said, 5 days from the Texas game, and this is what they're focused on? And I said, who? Who's focused on it? The team's not. And he wanted to argue with that point. The administration can focus, they probably focus on 100 things a day. And probably none of them are Texas because they don't have to worry about it. They're administrators. But of course they're going to worry about who's in their stadium. So it's just, the conversation just goes off the rails online, no matter what the subject. But if you want my 2 cents, I'm guessing, because it is a Fox Sports rule, that if you're not on the desk, you're not in the stadium afterwards. I'm guessing Fox Sports decided who was on the desk, not Ohio State. That's just my 2 cents. I mean, Fox Sports hired this guy to get this notoriety. They don't need him on the field now. They don't need him on the field trying to sneak a Michigan flag in and plant it. They don't need him to do that. They've already got their money's worth out of Dave Portnoy, and we haven't even had the first game with Big Noon Kickoff. Mission accomplished, Fox Sports. So they have no incentive to put him on the desk in pregame so he can be inside the stadium, because they already have a little bit of a rocky relationship with Ohio State anyway. They're breadwinner. Michigan's not far behind, but Ohio State's Fox Sports football's breadwinner. And they have been for a while. So, and that relationship's rocky because they keep making us, with these mega games, play at noon. Because they put all this money in the Big Noon Kickoff, and then they don't want Northwestern versus Illinois right after the big pregame. No offense to those schools. So they've gotten their money's worth. Now everybody's going to tune into the pregame. I mean, it's going to be hard to pass up on Lee Corso's last College Game Day. But they needed something like this to pull some people away from Lee Corso's final College Game Day. I'll be watching Lee Corso, and I'll have Big Noon Kickoff on the second TV on mute. That's what I'll be doing. But the stupidity that comes out of people when these things break, it's absolutely mind-boggling. And if you're listening, please chime in. You can text. You don't have to call. 330-800-4219. I'd love your take. I welcome conflicting takes. You don't have to agree with me. And yeah, I gave you full disclosure at the beginning of this rant. I'm an Ohio State fan, always have been. It's just the way it is. But I'm trying to be neutral here, and I just think this is all silly. I don't even blame Fox. I don't even blame Dave Portnoy. Fans talk trash. This is what they do. But it's for people to assume that the team has lost focus on Texas because they care if Dave Portnoy is coming into the stadium is absurd. Calling the team soft, calling the entire fan base, one of the largest fan bases in the world of any team, soft, every single one of them, is absurd. And I had to have a chuckle. I got sucked into it. I've commented back and forth with cordially. I don't threaten or call people names. I try to use a calm, try to make sense to people, but I couldn't help it. I did have to chime in on a few of them. So that was the first big news that broke. I'm wondering if I'm going to save, if you're as big a sports fan as I am, you know all the big news. There's two other stories that came out. I'm going to go into this one because as soon as I got home from the office today, I had to make a lot of adjustments to all my TVs in the house. I'm embarrassed to say I have 5 TVs in the house and I live alone. I'm sorry. It's mostly because of football. If I'm in the basement working out, I want a TV on. Get on the treadmill and watch that. Watch a little Maction on a Tuesday night in the winter. Get my miles in and watch a little football. If I'm in bed, I can't fall asleep with no TV. It's just a crutch of mine. I got to watch a little TV. Or those late night UCLA USC games that start at 10:30 at night. I've been watching football all day. I've had a few beverages. Now I might put the game on in bed. Usually fall asleep by half. It's late for us over, here in the East Coast. And then I have, a TV in the office. Right now I'm watching Osaka at the U.S. Open. And then, of course, in the living room, I have the two TVs again because of football. So imagine the shock as the news hit the YouTube TV, and you guessed it, Fox is in a dispute. Now, why would Fox be pressuring YouTube TV about anything? Could it be that they have a new streaming service that they would love to have millions of subscribers to with this big game coming up? And you get all their channels. I signed up for the unlimited today. You get the news channels and stuff like that, but it's really for all the channels I wanted. Why would this all of a sudden happen? And it seems like it happens before March Madness, before football season. I just got exhausted. And honestly, YouTube TV's raised their rates twice on me. No offense to them. It's been a nice service. I actually enjoyed having it. It's just when I get their email, and I know it's not all their fault, right? It's Fox is equally to blame in this because they just launched this fancy new app and they want a bunch of people to sign up for it. So I get the game, but it was just the tone of YouTube TV's email. Like, oh, if you can't watch Ohio State, Texas, we'll credit you $10. Okay. I'm going to have to go spend $50 at a bar to watch the game. And the inconvenience, at least for people like me, not a big go watch the game at a bar guy. Again, I like having two TVs on. I like going to a private bathroom. I like just chilling and watching the game. It was just odd. And this used to happen before I had streaming services. It happened with DirecTV, Dish. They'd blame the channel. Well, it's a two-way street. It's not just Fox's fault. It's not just YouTube TV's fault. But I gave in. I said, you know what? Forget it. So I signed up for Fox 1. And then I was looking at the schedule, college football schedule. And guess what? I had to sign up for ESPN Unlimited. And then I got Peacock again. I had canceled that a few months ago. Here's something you might want to know. Fox 1 ESPN Unlimited, and Peacock, which gets me just about every game I'm going to want to watch. I have to figure something out with CBS. Those 3 that I signed up for today are going to be cheaper per month than what I was paying with YouTube TV because they kept raising their rates. And now I can watch every game I want to watch. But it's just perfect timing, right? Just happened to happen this week. Just by chance. Just by chance. By chance, I'm going to go take a break. I need a little Gatorade and just a quick break, 2-minute break. When we come back, my Guardians are unraveling. Rampage Jackson's son almost killed somebody. And we had a big engagement. I'm sure you already know who it was, but we'll get into that. You're listening to Beck's Banter live on North American Talk Radio, Monday through Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Want tickets for less while helping grassroots radio? Well, at North American Talk Radio, we've partnered with a top ticketing platform to give our listeners the best prices to all the best events. Whether it's a concert, theater performance, or a sporting event, North American Talk Radio has you covered. Go to natalkradio.com or .us and click the Event Tickets tab on the menu. That's natalkradio.com or .us and click the Event Tickets tab on the menu. Watch all your favorite events in person. That's natalkradio.com or .us and click the Event Tickets tab on the menu.
You're listening to North American Talk Radio, the all-new talk radio station featuring sports, movies, politics, mental health, and more. Check us out at natalkradio.com and subscribe today. Buy event tickets straight from our website to help the cause and get tickets to your favorite events for less. That's natalkradio.com. Thanks for listening.
Are you ready to place bets? Join MyBookie today and discover exciting opportunities. North American Talk Radio has partnered with the cutting-edge gambling platform to offer unique bets, several ways to play and win, and you can even use crypto to play. MyBookie offers a seamless platform for all your gambling needs, and MyBookie has you covered with a vast array of options. Explore their different markets and bet types. There's something for everyone. Discover MyBookie's special introductory offer by using North American Talk Radio's special promo code, which is 120Z Sports, all caps, no spaces, and you'll get a deposit bonus up to $1,000. MyBookie offers a thrilling experience, so sign up today and be sure to use the promo code 120Z Sports, all caps, no spaces, for huge cash bonuses. Get in the game and good luck.
BetUS and North American Talk Radio have partnered to bring you the preferred betting platform in the United States, and you will get a deposit bonus of up to 150% if you use promo code 120Z. Take it from me, I'm a cowboy and a gambler. I wrangle my bets on BetUS, and I use the promo code 120Z to get free money. Yee-haw! That's BetUS and promo code 120Z. Now giddy up.
Oh, welcome back in, Beck's Banner. Hopefully we're not too live. One of my cohorts here on the network was worried I was a little quiet last night. I didn't hear it, but I'm trying to be a good team player here. I turned it up a little bit today, so hopefully that's better. I think what he's experiencing is the Spotify replay, but we'll find out after tonight. Hopefully it's not too loud. If it is too loud, text into the show 330-800-4219 and say, "Hey, bub, you're blowing our eardrums out. Could you turn it down just a little bit?" Okay. I said going into the break, my Guardians, they're on a free-for-all. They're completely crashing. I am going to adjust the level. Sorry, Michael. I'm looking at the mixer. It's blowing out, bud. It's blowing out. The Guardians are on a free-for-all. Right when we needed them. Right when we needed them the most. And to make matters worse, last night, our manager, Vogt, and Bibby got in a huge argument as he pulled them down 2-0 in the bottom of the fourth against the Rays. And every game's critical, and they're screaming at each other in the dugout. I mean, I have the video. The sound's not very good, so I'm not going to play you the sound. But they're 1-9 in their last 10. And we're going to get into Major League Baseball action at the end of this game, into this show. I've got a little bit of fantasy football draft on my mind. I got to do that after this show. So, a little nervous. I kept Lamar Jackson as my keeper. This will be the second year in a row I did that. I don't know if I'm limited. Maybe it's the last year I can do that. But yeah, Guardians crashing, and then manager and pitcher, big screaming match in the dugout last night. Doesn't look good for the Guardians. They are up 3-0 on the Tampa Bay Rays tonight in the bottom of the third, though. So maybe they'll bounce back. I think it's going to be too little too late. We'll see. Before we get into Rampage Jackson, we'll go around the major leagues right now. Red Sox lead the Orioles 2-0 in the bottom of the fourth. At the end of the third, Braves and the Marlins are tied at 1. Bottom of first, the Blue Jays lead the Twins 1-0. I mentioned the Guardians game. Nationals-Yankees tied after 1, no score. And then the Phillies and Mets, they're in the bottom of the first, no score. The Mets have 2 on, 2 out right now. All right. Rampage Jackson. Apparently, Raja Jackson, he's 25. He's the son of Quentin Rampage Jackson, attacked a wrestler. His name is Stuart Smith at Knox Pro Wrestling. Never heard of it. And he slammed him to the ground and then proceeded to throw 20 real, not fake, real haymaker punches, knocked him unconscious. The guy was hospitalized. It's gruesome. I'm not going to play it. It's pretty. There's a woman screaming in the background. It's not going to be good radio, but it's scary to watch. And another guy tries to come in and get him off. He's stronger than all these fat wrestlers. It took several of them to get him off. It looked like maybe he snapped a little bit. Well, his father, let's see, where was this at? Is basically, now the caption says, Rampage Jackson defends his son after seeing what happened before the fight. And somebody else said, proving in real time, the problem here is the parenting. He can't even apologize without feeling threatened. So here's the soundbite.
I'm going to tell y'all what happened. This is what happened, Chad. He went to a pro wrestling event with his coach. Those pro wrestlers, they be just as crazy as MMA guys, right? The pro wrestling guy don't know my son, and he hit him over the head with like a can or a beer can or a bottle or something. And my son didn't know it didn't know it was coming. Didn't know. They didn't tell my son. And he hit my son over the head. I guess he thought my son was a pro wrestler or something. And Roger didn't react, but Roger didn't fight though. He didn't do anything because I told Roger not to get punched, but still hit my son over the head. And then he asked my son, "You ain't gonna sell it?" When you in pro wrestling, when you sell, it's like, because that shit fake. MMA, we do real shit. And he said, "You ain't gonna sell it?" So when you don't sell, it make the other pro wrestler look bad, like he weak or something. And my son, he don't know nothing about that shit. So this motherfucker that hit my son is stupid. So in order for me not to go to fucking jail, I got to talk to his coach. Yeah, Roger wasn't aware. Roger didn't know what was going on. He just thought he was going and talking to those dudes. That's some fucked up ass shit.
Okay, so Rampage, come on. He didn't know any better. He threw 20 haymakers. He could have killed the guy. He didn't know? This sounds like a lot of excuse making. And I wonder what kind of punishments this kid saw growing up when it didn't have to do with, pissing his dad off, fighting punishments. He had to have known what he was doing was wrong. I don't believe that excuse for 1 second. And this is what we get when we glorify fighting in our society. Honestly, it's what we get. Even with the pro wrestling, whether it's fake or not, and the UFC, we just glorify it. And then the aggressors think, well, I didn't do anything wrong. This is pro wrestling. He hit me over the head with a can that's probably paper thin, because they do have props. There's going to be no lesson learned here whatsoever. And it's just craziness. I'll be interested to see. I don't know if he's going to face charges. Somebody said at Big Zo Live on Twitter, this is amateur wrestling. Accidents happen all the time. I feel like part of this was staged and planned. Yeah, I don't think so. No, this looks like he snapped. And, he's seen afterwards saying, you can see the blood on his shirt, Rampage Jackson. He's tired of getting disrespected. That was on purpose. So, and there was moments before in the locker room, there's more video coming out, that he got in an altercation backstage with another wrestler and almost got in a fight. And the wrestler had to calm him down. So he looks like a complete hothead. Again, we go back to the first topic. The part that's staged here, I would say to the guy that responded to this, is this amateur group bringing him on in the first place. They had to have known that this guy could snap at any moment, and if he does, man, we're going to really make a name for ourselves. I don't know. That's my opinion. This is what happens when you glorify violence and fighting in society. And that's what we got. And you can disagree with me by texting or calling the show 330-800-4219. This is Beck's Banner live on North American Talk Radio. My next segment, we're going to talk about a big engagement and a couple NFL moves. And then we'll take our final break and come back and go through some live sports that we have going on. Big college football weekend coming. I'm bursting, Jerry. I'm bursting. I cannot wait. It's going to be awesome. Or to quote Michael Scott, it's going to be zoppity. I'll be back. Beck's Banner. Thanks for listening. Give us 2.
Want tickets for less while helping grassroots radio? Well, at North American Talk Radio, we've partnered with a top ticketing platform to give our listeners the best prices to all the best events. Whether it's a concert, theater performance, or a sporting event, North American Talk Radio has you covered. Go to natalkradio.com or .us and click the Event Tickets tab on the menu. That's natalkradio.com or .us and click the Event Tickets tab on the menu. Watch all your favorite events in person. That's natalkradio.com or .us and click the Event Tickets tab on the menu.
You're listening to North American Talk Radio, the all-new talk radio station featuring sports, movies, politics, mental health, and more. Check us out at natalkradio.com and subscribe today. Buy event tickets straight from our website to help the cause and get tickets to your favorite events for less. That's natalkradio.com. Thanks for listening.
Are you ready to place bets? Join MyBookie today and discover exciting opportunities. North American Talk Radio has partnered with the cutting-edge gambling platform to offer unique bets, several ways to play and win, and you can even use crypto to play. MyBookie offers a seamless platform for all your gambling needs, and MyBookie has you covered with a vast array of options. Explore their different markets and bet types. There's something for everyone. Discover MyBookie's special introductory offer by using North American Talk Radio's special promo code, which is 120Z Sports, all caps, no spaces, and you'll get a deposit bonus up to $1,000. MyBookie offers a thrilling experience, so sign up today and be sure to use the promo code 120Z Sports, all caps, no spaces, for huge cash bonuses. Get in the game and good luck.
BetUS and North American Talk Radio have partnered to bring you the preferred betting platform in the United States, and you will get a deposit bonus of up to 150% if you use promo code 120Z. Take it from me, I'm a cowboy and a gambler. I wrangle my bets on BetUS, and I use the promo code 120Z to get free money. Yeehaw. That's BetUS and promo code 120Z. Now giddy up.
Oh, it's good to be back. See, the breaks aren't long here. We don't make you sit for 5 minutes on North American Talk Radio. We take little tight 2-minute breaks, and then we're back. It's no harm, no foul. And yes, you heard football season's coming up. I know it's the preferred season for you gamblers out there. So mybookie.ag, promo code 120Z Sports, all caps, no spaces, deposit bonus up to $1,000. You can use crypto, or if you want a book that's not offshore, BetUS, and the promo code 120Z, the O and Z are capitalized. Deposit bonus up to 150%. You can help out Grassroots Radio, too. So, the Browns traded Kenny Pickett. You know, a lot of people saw that coming when Aiden O'Connell went down with the fractured wrist for the Raiders, and he'll be out 6 to 8 weeks. But, you know, as I said last night and even last week, Shedeur fans don't need to overreact right now. All right, it's too soon. He made the roster. He's third string. He's going to get his chances in the NFL, whether it's with the Browns or someone else. I mean, look at Kenny Pickett. I don't even know he played a down for the Browns in preseason. And he looked bad with Pittsburgh. And now he gets traded to the Raiders. The Raiders. And he's going to have opportunities. So we'll see. But Shedeur makes the 53-man roster. Of course, Watson's not around yet. I think he's still on IR. But so you have Flacco, Dylan Gabriel named the backup for the Brownies, and Shedeur's third string. Again, as I said last night, Shedeur fans, don't overreact from this. Literally his rookie season, and we haven't, opening kickoffs next Thursday. Give it time. Give it time. And quite frankly, some of the best quarterbacks of all time didn't play their rookie season. It's not now or never. So Kenny Pickett's gone. He goes to the Raiders. Browns get a 5th-round pick next year. They're loading up some picks again. And then the other news in the NFL that was kind of big is scary Terry McLaurin, former Buckeye receiver, finally settles with the Commanders on a 3-year extension worth $96 million. What did I tell you last night and last week again? I'm just going to keep repeating myself again, I guess. At the end of the day, oftentimes these players are going to get what they want. They just are. Because the teams now, people are here for the players, and we need them. There's not Terry McLaurin's everywhere. This is what comes of it. Now, do they always get what they want? No, but he got a hell of a deal there. And yet another player, like we said, I think it was last week, the Bills running back, his contract was not up yet, right? So these players can hold teams hostages before they've even played out the current contract. So he got an extension worth a lot more money. His numbers are great, right? Last year was one of his best years. 2024, his first season working with Jaden Daniels. He caught 82 passes, 117 targets, 1,096 yards, and 13 touchdowns, which is a career high for him. And it also broke a single-season record for the most receiving scores by a Washington wideout and was second in the NFL behind Cincinnati Bengals' Jamar Chase. So he gets a big payday. That's to the tune, I'm no mathematician, but $32 million a year. Not too shabby of a payday, if you ask me. So the Commanders have solidified receiver 1. I believe he's receiver 1. Close to if he's not. He's got to be receiver 1, right? Right? Before we get into new headlines that I haven't prepared for, but I like kind of ad-libbing. Oh, the world was abuzz. The world was abuzz because Grammy award-winning star Tay Swift is engaged to Travis Kelce. The two, probably the most famous couple right now in America, got engaged. So there you go. And I know when they started dating, oh boy, everybody was talking about it. Is this going to affect his career? Is his focus going to be in the wrong place? Well, some of it maybe, right? But it looks like he proposed. Now he's a true Swiftie. And, it'll be interesting to see how good of a season. They really know how to keep people distracted, somebody responded. Oh, boy. Good for him. I'm just talking about it because it's major news. I don't have a lot to say about it. It's good to see, right? Usually these megastars, they just date for a while. There's not much there. They're just making headlines. And I know that was kind of, for a while there, that was kind of the rumor. Oh, he's just doing this, for the brand. This isn't going to last. Well, they've taken it to the next level. So there you go. So congratulations, the future Mr. and Mrs. Kelce. I would laugh. I would be happy, actually, but I would also laugh if he had his best season ever. Just give him a huge boost there, right? You never know. Woo, got a notice down to 19 minutes till my fantasy draft right after the show. I can't even get out of this seat. Just log in and go after it. Although I think I took third last year, so I have a while till my first pick. I can go get myself a little snacky snack. Again, if you're listening, this is Beck's Banner, Monday through Thursday, live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on North American Talk Radio and all the platforms that we broadcast on. Stream us, Simple Radio, radio.net. I'm hoping Radio FM. I'm not sure what the holdup is there. Our website, natalkradio.com or .us. And then the replays are always on Spotify and the YouTube channel of 12 Ounce Sports, which we'll take ownership of in early October. So you can chime in 330-800-4219 toll free, or you can chat on the website under the player. So some other news that came out besides all that, apparently Mark Cuban said he let people down with the Luka trade. You think? Now, he's not the full owner anymore. So maybe he's trying to deflect some of the blame away from the GM. Maybe he's just trying to be a good guy. He relinquished control of the basketball operations after he sold his majority stake to Miriam Adelson and Patrick Dumont. December 2023. And the general manager, Nico Harrison, was taking some serious heat last season after the Luka trade. They went so far as to kick people out that were chanting fire Nico. So, but they let go of Luka. And Cuban said, well, we got Cooper. The basketball gods were looking down on us. They got Cooper Flag in the draft. And Coop's the real deal. He's not even 19 years old. He could literally, depending on science, play for the Mavs for 25 years. I'm guessing if we do well and win, those sentiments will change. But he did say on the DLLS Mavs podcast, we all were hurt when Luka got traded, me as much as anyone, because I felt like I let people down by not being there. But what's done is done. Maybe he's just saying he didn't have as much of a say in it. And maybe he could have stopped that. But who knows? Maybe they're better off now. They tanked. They got Cooper Flag. Could be a good thing. It could be a real good thing for the Mavs. But, yeah, a little remorse there from Cuban. Looking around MLB, Red Sox still lead 2-0 over the Orioles. Braves took a 2-1 lead, bottom of 4 against the Marlins. Blue Jays still lead 3-0 after 2. Guardians still lead 3-0 over the Rays in the top of the 5th. And then we had a couple more games just kick off that we'll get into after the next break. But let's look around some headlines again. I thought I saw another one I wanted to talk about. I don't want to talk about Euro basketball. I don't really care about that right now. Oh, there we go. Cadillac. That's right. Cadillac. Do you like the F1 racing? You know, I never watched F1 until I think it was the pandemic, and they had the Netflix series come out, and then suddenly I was an F1 fan. Imagine that. Well, Cadillac had a little bit of a time getting into F1, and I got a Cadillac in the driveway. It's car 2. It's not the main vehicle. It's an old hybrid, 11-year-old hybrid, GM's first hybrid. I love it, though. Needs a little work. But they had a heck of a time getting in, and now that they're in, and they're becoming the 11th team next season, they went after some veterans. They got Sergio Perez and Valtteri Bottas. Of course, Bottas was driver 2 for Mercedes. Oftentimes had to take a back seat to Lewis Hamilton, who was chasing history when he was with Mercedes. But they went out and got a couple veterans. And I was looking to see if it had I don't see their deals. Doesn't say how much money. But Perez, Sergio, that is, he's 35. He's been looking for a new seat since being dropped by Red Bull after a challenging 2024 season. So he's a little out of practice. I mean, in theory, he's, I'm sure, been driving. But he dropped his form dramatically in 2024. And Bottas, he had been back at the former team of Mercedes as a reserve driver, but didn't really race much this past season. So they picked up some veterans, but maybe some rusty veterans. We'll see how Cadillac does. We wish them well. We wish them well. I'm in the Cadillac family now. I was in the Alfa Romeo family a few years ago when they got in, and boy, did they stink. So maybe I'm the bad news. All right, that's about the headlines we're going to get into because I don't see the other one. Oh, that's right. Amari Cooper back with the Raiders. So the Raiders in the news a lot. Cooper's heading back after, he was at the Browns for a while. The Bills, now he's at the Raiders, 1 year, $3.5 million contract. I don't think I brought that up the other night. And $6 million in incentives if he reaches some benchmarks. And he'll be working with Geno Smith. If he's working with Kenny Pickett, things went wrong for the Raiders. Things aren't going wrong here, but I do have to take a quick break. We're going to come into the last segment, get into some live scores, look ahead at what's coming up, U.S. Open action in full swing. We're going to talk a little bit about that, close it out, and then I'm going to get ready for my fantasy football draft here in about 12 minutes. Quick reminder, tomorrow's show will be tonight's replay. I've got a date. At my age, you don't turn down dates, and I did not. I'm going to meet this beauty for dinner, and I'm not going to look back, but I'll be back Thursday. I'll be back for the last segment, Beck's Banner, live on North American Talk Radio, The Natter. I appreciate you listening. Give us 2.
Want tickets for less while helping grassroots radio? Well, at North American Talk Radio, we've partnered with a top ticketing platform to give our listeners the best prices to all the best events. Whether it's a concert, theater performance, or a sporting event, North American Talk Radio has you covered. Go to natalkradio.com or .us and click the Event Tickets tab on the menu. That's natalkradio.com or .us and click the Event Tickets tab on the menu. Watch all your favorite events in person. That's natalkradio.com or .us and click the Event Tickets tab on the menu.
You're listening to North American Talk Radio, the all-new talk radio station featuring sports, movies, politics, mental health, and more. Check us out at natalkradio.com and subscribe today. Buy event tickets straight from our website to help the cause and get tickets to your favorite events for less. That's natalkradio.com. Thanks for listening.
Are you ready to place bets? Join MyBookie today and discover exciting opportunities. North American Talk Radio has partnered with the cutting-edge gambling platform to offer unique bets, several ways to play and win, and you can even use crypto to play. MyBookie offers a seamless platform for all your gambling needs, and MyBookie has you covered with a vast array of options. Explore their different markets and bet types. There's something for everyone. Discover MyBookie's special introductory offer by using North American Talk Radio's special promo code, which is 120Z Sports, all caps, no spaces, and you'll get a deposit bonus up to $1,000. MyBookie offers a thrilling experience, so sign up today and be sure to use the promo code 120Z Sports, all caps, no spaces, for huge cash bonuses. Get in the game and good luck.
BetUS and North American Talk Radio have partnered to bring you the preferred betting platform in the United States, and you will get a deposit bonus of up to 150% if you use promo code 120Z. Take it from me, I'm a cowboy and a gambler. I wrangle my bets on BetUS, and I use the promo code 120Z to get free money. Yee-haw! That's BetUS and promo code 120Z. Now giddy up.
Oh, welcome back. Beck's Banner live, North American Talk Radio. Just looking around Major League right now. And we're going to start in wild card implications. Red Sox are holding that top spot in the wild card over the Yankees and Mariners. They lead the Orioles 2-0. That is in the middle of the sixth. Rays and Guardians. Guardians lead 3-0. They're slipping, though. They're 6 out of the wild card, and the Rays are 6.5. And the Rays got one last night. Yankees are losing to the Nationals 1-0, top of third. Looking for the Mariners. They have not started. They're 940 against the Padres. Royals, they're in the hunt. They just started with the White Sox. No score, bottom of first. And the Texas Rangers, who kind of took it to the Guardians recently, they first pitch is 8:05, just in a few minutes against the Angels. In the National League, the Cubs lead the way by 6. Padres and Mets are next. We have a couple of those, or only one of those teams, the Mets, I think, is playing right now. They're tied, no score, top of third against the Phillies. The Phillies got a runner on second, 2 outs, though. Probably not going to score there. Padres' first pitch against the Mariners, 9:40. And the Cubs' first pitch, 9:45. They're in San Francisco. Teams in the hunt. The Reds play late tonight against the Dodgers. And they lost last night to the Dodgers, so they slipped to 2.5 out. Cardinals, they're in the hunt. They're losing to the Pirates 1-0 in the top of the first. So the Pirates have bases loaded, no outs, folks, in the top of the first. So Cardinals off to a bad start tonight. They're 5.5 out of the wild card, not looking good. The next team in line, the Diamondbacks, are they off? No, they're not off. Bottom of first. They just took off against the Brewers, no score. Brewers already have 2 on, 1 out. In the first. Diamondbacks playing the hottest team in the major league, so that could go wrong for them. NFL not in action until next week now, week 1 of the NFL season. Everybody's excited, very excited. The Cowboys and Eagles will kick that off to start the season. And then we have a Friday game this year. I don't remember last year them doing that, but it's a special one in Brazil on YouTube. So we actually have a Friday game next week in the NFL. So Thursday, Friday, Sunday. The Friday game in Brazil will be the Chiefs and Chargers. So that's pretty interesting stuff. And then the rest of the teams will play Sunday and Monday. The Monday night games, everybody loves those. I think that's the difference here. We don't have 2 Monday nights in week 1 now. We just have one because of the Brazil game. Vikings and Bears will be the first Monday night game of the season. Now, I didn't talk the last couple shows about the MLS, but the MLS is heating up, right? They're almost to playoff time. And the Philadelphia Union lead the way in the East. Where's the points? There we go. Oh, by 2 over Cincinnati. And Nashville and Charlotte round out the top 4 in the East. Western Conference is led by San Diego by 3 over Minnesota United. Vancouver and Seattle round out the top 4 there. Looking at their schedule, in case you're wondering, we'll just pull up a singular team here. There are a lot of, why is that not? Okay, that's stupid. I don't like how they do this on a particular site. They just put every league in one. No, I just want to see the MLS. That's all. Here we go. So it looks like the MLS has one more. Is it 20? It can't be 29 games. There's no way. Okay. MLS, come on, man. I'm trying to like you. Here we go. Now we got it. That was just for August. So the MLS has got 4, 6, 7 more games, 35 games. So they're getting down to the nitty-gritty. The weekend of October 18th when the regular season ends there. So we're getting close. A little similar to baseball, I guess. Tennis is taking off right now. Taking off. I don't know why I said that. They're showing the Coco Gauff's quarterfinal bracket there. U.S. Open action is in full swing right now. We'll look at the women's singles. Got a couple going on right now. Naomi Osaka leads 6-3-1 love over Greet Minin. Coco Gauff leads I can't say that name. 5-4 the first set. Any notables? Swiatek 1-6, 1-6-2. Looking for some other notables here. Amanda Anisimova, number 8 in the world, American, 6-3, 6-2. She won today. Noskova won 6-4, 7-5. Let's get into the men's finals or men's singles. There we go. We're in a 5th set right now. Daniel Altmaier versus Hamad Medjedovic. I hope I said that right. They're in a 5th set right there. That's got to be a marathon. I always wondered why the women don't play as many sets, but that's for another day, I guess. We'll get into that. Yannick Sinner won 6-1, 6-1, 6-2, number 1 in the world. That's to be expected in the early rounds. And then Tsitsipas won in 4 sets, 4-6, 6-love, 6-1, 7-6, 7-5 in the tiebreaker. Woo! And I got the 2-minute warning on my fantasy football draft. Oh boy, the adrenaline's rushing. Alexander Bublik won 6-4, 6-1, 6-4. So there you go. College football, again, I'll be back Thursday. Tomorrow's going to be tonight's replay. Thursday, I'm going to give you a parlay. I'm 1 for 1 on the year. We're going to be sponsored by MyBookie. I'll give you my best bets. I like to do parlays. And I like to play chalk. Just keep that in mind as you keep listening to Beck's banter. You can take chalk and parlay them and get decent odds. So just remember that you don't have to take long shots all the time. Let that be a lesson to you kids out there. It doesn't always have to be long shots. And we have some big ones. I do have a rule. I never bet on my teams. So don't expect the Texas-Ohio State game to be in my parlay Thursday night. But again, I'll be back Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow night will be tonight's replay. I have a hot date, nice little dinner date. So I do apologize, but I can't turn her down. I just can't. It's been nice Tuesday night. I hope you have a good rest of your night. Lots of sports on, meaningful baseball. And then I have my fantasy draft. So Thursday, I will tell you who I drafted. And if you care, you'll get to hear it. There we go. Bex Banner, North American Talk Radio. We have great things happening on the station, so please tune in. Please tell your friends. Please follow us on X, Instagram, Facebook, and more. And again, I'll be back Thursday. Peace.